Hey, 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 Salon peeps. How's everybody doing today? We are ready for another exciting episode of the Salon Scoop podcast. Hope you're ready to join along with us. Today, we are joined, as always, by my cohort, Sarah Perrin. Sarah, I want to know, how's your day going so far? Do you need to wake up and relive it, or is it actually going okay and you can live it through?
There's the option to go back and relive it and maybe go back and catch a few more hours of sleep, then I will take that option. But
Oh,
besides that,
yeah.
it's not too shabby. I can't complain too much.
We can rewind to the sleep part and just kind of extend that. That might be a good thing that many of us can probably utilize for sure.
Well, if that's an option, sign up.
Hands up. All right.
Yeah.
Today we are going to talk about online reviews because a lot of salon professionals tend to almost like just ignore this part of their business and hope that it happens. It's like a nice to have, but don't put any attention and focus on it. And we really want to highlight sort of the why and how to go about doing this, because your online reputation is so crucial for the success of your business. We all know this. Like, everybody goes online and checks reviews, and you don't want to have just, number one, a low number of reviews, or number two, stale reviews that are like a year ago or 2 years ago. People don't trust those nearly as much. It's like, I want to know what people have said recently, right? If you're looking at hair salon reviews, if you're looking at restaurant reviews, if you're looking at hotel reviews, Airbnb reviews, whatever it is, I don't care what happened a year ago. Like, things could have changed so drastically since then. So I need to see recent stuff. So that in itself is super important. But at the same time, I'll tell you that online reviews have a very important impact on your salon's SEO. Now, you might be saying, SE what? So if you're not familiar with SEO, search engine optimization, getting your salon ranked higher and higher in Google, we would definitely recommend you check out one of our other podcast episodes. We've got several YouTube videos around this topic to help you get a better understanding. But essentially, it's all the things that you can be doing behind the scenes to help make sure that your salon's website is listed higher and higher in Google rankings when somebody searches for, let's say, hair salon in your city or hairstylist in your city. So having regular, active, recent and positive reviews on multiple review sites actually is a signal to Google, right, that your business is credible, that your business is liked, that your business has some kind of authority, and it therefore increases your score for Google rankings, and Google will be more likely to sort of rank you higher on the list when people do those searches. So very, very critical tool of why online reviews can be really, really important. So that's kind of a little bit of an intro, but Sarah, maybe you can kind of help give us a sense of how should salons, or salon professionals, even if you're an independent, right, working out of a suite or your home or whatever, should be going about getting more online reviews.
Well, first and foremost, I feel like you need to be offering a service that is worthy of a 5-star review. So I feel like, just to bring it back to basics, a standard run-of-the-mill service with, you go in, you get your hair done, it's fine, you leave. That's not a 5-star experience, right? So you really want to make sure that you're actually providing the 5-star experience that you're expecting the review for, right? So before anything else, that's the most important. Secondly, like, it can feel kind of awkward just to straight up ask your clients, like, hey, would you leave me a review on Google?
Especially in that voice.
Especially, hey, would you leave me a review on Google? And that's always, it's the same thing as selling, right? Like, it just feels salesy, or it's asking for something. So that can kind of be uncomfortable. So instead of having to directly ask them something like that, I find it's easiest just to have Like on your social media, make sure that you're really marketing that you're looking for these reviews. And in salon, maybe you have QR codes or on mirror clings or stickers throughout the salon, kind of asking for these reviews. Something that we have found at our salon to be super beneficial is we will use our S.O.S loyalty program and actually offer stamps on their loyalty program in exchange for the review too. Humans, we're all animals. Sometimes we need a cookie when we do something good and a pat on the nose when we're doing something bad. So it's just, again, a really good incentive to kind of get them going. And then for a lot of those clients that are, again, like, close, like you've kind of almost developed friendships and relationships with them, just straight up ask them, like, you know what, it is so beneficial to my business when guests leave 5-star reviews. If you happen to have a few minutes, would you take the time to do that? Just straight up asking people. I know it can feel a little bit uncomfortable, which is why you have these other tactics in place so that you don't have to just come out and directly ask it. But again, for those long-term clients and stuff, I think it's more than fair to ask if they would take a few minutes just to leave a positive review.
Absolutely. And people oftentimes, like, you'll tell, if a client is, super happy or just, kind of like ho hum, sort of moderate. And the ones that are like super happy, they're like saying, they're like, oh my gosh, like, thank you so much. Like, this is amazing. I'm so happy with the result. Like, that's an easy time to say, you know what, like, thank you. And so happy. It's been such a pleasure. Like, would you mind leaving us a review? Like, it's as simple as that. And if you don't ask, they're probably not going to just think about it naturally on their own. And so you just have to remember that, right? It's just about talking about it. I was taught from a relatively early age, and if you don't ask in life, then you're likely not going to receive anything. And it doesn't hurt to ask, because here's the theory. Some people say that you should always ask for an upgrade at the hotel, for example.
Okay.
Right? Every single time you check in, you say, you know what, is it possible to get an upgrade? Now, you might only get an upgrade, 1-2% of the time, but you'd be amazed. You'll actually get it sometimes.
Yeah.
If you don't ask, you will never get it. But if you ask, you might, and you're getting yourself a better chance. And if you don't get it, well, you know what? You're the exact same spot that you were without asking. So you haven't lost anything. You're not being rude by any means. So
Totally.
Go ahead and just ask. It's okay.
Yeah, for sure. And then another thing is too, because again, the asking can be kind of uncomfortable. So you want to make sure it's as easy as possible for people to leave these reviews. So something that's a really good way of doing this is even set up an automated email or text message or something like that that sends a message to the guest, X amount of time after their appointment, and has a direct link. Like, if you had a great experience at our salon, please click here to leave a review. So with automation and everything like that too, there's really no reason as to why you can't set those things up. So, and actually right in the S.O.S app, that's a perfect place to be able to, again, automate these messages to send out to the clients after their, salon experience to ask for the review.
Love it. Guys, it's not more complicated than this. You have to think about it. That's the first thing, right? If you're ignoring and just not putting attention, on your online reviews, that's the biggest problem right there. It's a very, very important part of your business. And it can be very, very simple once you actually just put a little bit of attention into it, right? The steps that Sarah just mentioned, right? Provide a great experience, ask for the review, make it simple for them to execute. One last touch that I would say is it's important to diversify your reviews. So don't always send them to the same place where you only have reviews on Google, but you don't have any on Facebook, for example. So you can spend, maybe a certain amount of time, like a month, where you're focusing on getting Google reviews. And then the next month, you're focusing on building up your Facebook reviews. And then the next month, it's also important to build up your Yelp reviews. A lot of salons are like, oh, we don't use Yelp. Nobody uses Yelp. I promise you that Google cares about Yelp reviews. So you should get yourself, reviews on Google, because it is important for your SEO ranking. So go ahead, follow some of these, tips. make yourself, an objective with either yourself or your team to, get a certain number of reviews this next month to get going in the right direction. And you'll see your online reputation, will start to grow. And it's a great way to be gaining new clients come into your business, as simple and straightforward as that.
Totally. Another way to get your team involved, because this is something that we did too, turn it into a game. Again, I'm all about gamification. Turn it into a game. See who can get the most Google reviews, right? So put something at stake. Maybe it's, a $10 Starbucks gift card, whoever gets the most Google reviews this month. But again, it's not just your responsibility as the salon owner to, get your team involved in this as well. And they can, because it's beneficial for their business as well.
Amazing. All right. I'm going to close up with practicing what we preach. If you're a longtime listener of our show and you're enjoying the content and the information that we're putting out there, please go and write us an online review on whether it's Spotify, Apple Music. Write us a quick review, give us a 5-star rating. It helps get the content out to more people. We'd really appreciate it. We appreciate you, continuing to be an avid listener, and let's continue to help the industry by getting more and more people exposed to this. So it works all the ways. We're asking for your review. Go ahead right now, make it happen. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on our next episode.